Kimberly with Mezzo Makeover. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am trying a new to me foundation. It is by far not a new foundation. I believe it came out last year, early 2021. And I just missed it. I don't know. I wasn't really keeping up with stuff. I don't know what was going on. But it is the Revlon PhotoReady Candid Glow Moisture Glow Foundation. This is what the packaging looks like. I got it in shade 550. The way I got this foundation was I was in Rite Aid checking out the discount basket and I saw this in there. Just decided I wanted to try something new because I'm just in the habit of wearing the same thing that I always wear. And so I decided I wanted to try something new. I think it was only $2.99. So that was very much incentive to get it. So I'm going to be trying that in this video today. And it says new, so I don't know why it does say new on here. But on the website, this foundation is described as lightweight foundation that's good to glow. That's what it says. So the description of the foundation, it says it's incredibly lightweight and protective. This creamy liquid foundation evens your skin tone and minimizes the appearance of the things you'd rather not see while moisturizing and giving you the dewy skin you've always wanted. Our long-wearing foundation is packed with all of the skin-loving ingredients you want, plus we make sure it's made without parabens, phthalates, synthetic dyes, and harsh fragrances. And so I am wearing it now. Let me see. And to me, it doesn't really have a fragrance. It smells like Revlon foundation. I've used some of Revlon's foundations before, and that's exactly what it smells like, of Revlon foundation. It has a very creamy feel. It feels like a serum is what it feels like. I believe when this came out last year, it was available in a lot more shades than it is now. Based on the website, the 550 is the deepest shade, and if I was able to use 550, I don't know whether whether they've changed the 550 since last year. I don't know, but if I was able to wear 550, then this is not going to be a good foundation for a lot of brown skinned girls, because there are brown skinned women that are a whole lot deeper in complexion than I am. So I don't know. But if you would like to see how I apply this foundation and my thoughts about it, more of my thoughts about it, then please keep on watching. All right, guys. So I've already put my brows on, and now I'm just cleaning them up, and I'm just using a Sigma thin slanted eye brush. You can use any thin slanted eye brush for this step. Anything will work as long as it's thin and stiff. You can use it. So the way I got this Revlon PhotoReady Candid Glow foundation was I went to Rite Aid to pick up some medication, a prescription, and I was just happened to look in the cosmetic discount bin just to see what's there, in case I find something that either something that I use that's on discount, or something that I have been wanting to use or wanting to try that I didn't want to pay full price for. And they happen to have this this foundation, and so I decided, why not? I hadn't really been keeping up with the new drops from cosmetic companies, and so I hadn't heard of it before. So I just decided to try it. The shade that I got was, I think, is the deepest one that they have. Excuse me. But it doesn't look very deep on the website. The shade, and I may have said this before, on the website, this shade looks much deeper. So I'm not sure whether they changed it since the foundation dropped I think it was last year. But the shade does not look does not look very deep. So I figured that it would work for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I'm applying this today. I'm going to start off using two primers today. I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, as well as the Benefit Pore Freshener Primer. Oh, it's hard to see that. All right, so the Benefit Primer I'm going to use in my T-zone. Since this foundation does say glow, and it does give you a slightly, I think, a slightly luminous finish, just I'm going to go ahead and use this here where I have my pores, and also, like I said, in my T-zone, just so that it won't get, so my face won't get um, too shiny, because I do have combination skin, and I do tend to get quite oily during the day. All right, I'm gonna put the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer on the perimeter of my face, and hopefully I can start using a lot more of my products that aren't matte. I know a lot of places now are going mask optional, and so that would be awesome if I could go ahead and be able to not wear a mask every day. All right. So because I really don't want to put a whole lot, or because I'm going for more of a natural finish today, I'm going to start out by applying some things under the foundation. So the first thing that I'm going to go for is my concealer, and as usual, I'm using my e.l.f. Hydrating concealer. This one is in Deep Chestnut. This is just the one that I use for correcting. It's got kind of like a orangey tone, and I'm just going to place this in some of the areas where I know I have some darkness, like under my eyes, and other little spots around my face. Now I'm going to try not to cover up too much, like where my moles are, because my moles are just what happens naturally, and so I don't want to cover those things up. I just want to cover up um, some of the hyperpigmentation that I have. So I'm going to let this dry down just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out. All right, so we're going to use the e.l.f. Concealer sponge to blend this out. And this is just going to kind of even, I mean, not even my skin tone. I know it looks like a lot, but I have a whole, remember, I have a whole side of my face that is darker than the other side. And so in order for me to have a more even skin tone, there's a lot that I have to cover. All right. So now that I've done that, I thought that today I would try highlighting under my foundation. So I'm going to use the Black Radiance Liquid Radiance highlighter, and I'll put the shade down below because I can't really see what the shade is. So I'm not even going to get any in the dropper. I'm just going to use whatever is on top of the dropper and put a little bit on each cheek. I'm going to use the same concealer, concealer sponge to blend that out along my cheek, my cheekbone up here. I'm going to take it um, right up into my brow bone there. And now I'll do the other side. I'm going to place just a little bit of that on the tip of my nose and right in the middle of the bridge of my nose. There we go. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and apply this foundation. And I'm going to use a brush with the foundation today. And since this is a light to medium coverage, I may end up building that up just a bit. So this is what the foundation looks like. Like I said, it is kind of light for it to be the darkest shade. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know whether they changed the formula and this, I mean, changed the shades and this is deeper now. I don't know what they showed on the website. The model is pretty deep that's wearing it. And one of the things that I am a little concerned about is that this foundation, to me, looks like it has a little bit of a pinky undertone, but hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it doesn't come out that way. So let's see. And I'm assuming that because I put that concealer on, that's helping with the coverage, I'm sure, under the eyes. But even other places, it's covering right nice. I'm just gonna take the rest of what I have on here and apply a little bit more. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do just a little bit of highlighting using once again, my e.l.f. Um, hydrating concealer. This one is in, I believe, tan neutral. I'm just gonna place just a bit on my chin. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry down some before I blend it out. But yeah, I think I might. I think I like this. I don't know. I haven't. Well, I know when I really started to delve into makeup again after I got married. I did try Revlon's Color Stay, but at that time I just had such a difficult time trying to match my complexion, and I always ended up getting a foundation that ended up turning out really ashy, um, which I now know is because the undertone wasn't right for me, and it was just too light. But I like this one. I like it. It is a little deep. It is. I do, and I kind of see it. I think this one oxidizes because I can see. I don't know what it looks like on camera, but I can see in my mirror where my face is markedly deeper than my neck. So I probably could have gone up, but we're gonna see what the highlight, does for it, how the highlight does it. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. right, not bad, not bad at all. Just trying to make sure that I blend around this and get rid of the lines of demarcation. All right, so before I set my concealer, what I want to do is I'm going to I'm going to use some of my e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I'll put the shade in the description box. It's this pretty kind of deep reddish burgundy color, and I'm just going to else my e.l.f. Putty Blush brush here. And I'll swirl that around in there and just apply some on my cheeks there. I was going to try to use my e.l.f. Putty bronzer. However, the bronzer that I got, unfortunately, is too dark. I got the Beach Please, and I needed a lighter shade, and so I'm gonna have to purchase a lighter shade before I can do that. But what I am going to do instead is I have the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer, and this one is in Rich Walnut, and I'm hoping that this will be deep enough. We're gonna see. I'm just gonna place a little bit right here. See that? And you can really, it almost looks like it matches right there. It is a little bit deeper, which is, you know, I don't need it to be super deep, because because I'm using it just as a liquid bronzer. I'm not using it for contour or anything. So we're gonna go ahead and take my Sonia Kashuk sponge. It is damp, and we're going to blend that out. And I'm gonna try to be very careful in blending it out. I'm taking it up. And for me, I don't like to bring my bronzer all the way down here. My face is already long, and so I feel like if I if I bring it down too far toward my mouth, it's just going to serve to make my face look even longer. So we're going to trying to keep it up in this area here. Now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to do just a little bit at my temples. Um, I don't even know if if that's coming across on camera, but hey, I decided to try. All right, so to set my under eye, I am going to be using the Airspun translucent powder. I'm going to use I'm going to use this, that's my Ray Ray brush from BH Cosmetics to do that. Oops. Before I do that, actually, I'm going to go back under here and smooth out that concealer. There we go. And this is just because I'm using the brush because I don't really want to, I want the glow of the foundation to still come through, but I do want it to be set, so I'm not using a lot. All right. So now that I've set all of the areas that I have that I highlighted or that I concealed, I'm going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. concealer brush on the bottom end that's clean, and I'm going to dip it into my powder and um, take it down the bridge of my nose like I usually do. And I have a tendency to do this very crooked. There, it's not too bad. A little bit better. All right, so for the rest of my face, I am going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent face powder. And to that, I'm going to add my a little bit of my black opal finishing powder. Yeah, I can see now that foundation oxidized. So I guess it is truly the the deepest shade. Because it is quite dark on my skin, but it is such a pretty finish. I don't know why I didn't hear more about it. Well, I don't know how much at least the people I was watching weren't talking about it. Everybody tends to talk about the more high-end foundations. But this gave me, and I think next, I was going to say it gave me pretty nice coverage, but I think next time I'm going to try it without the correction and see what happens. All right, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and add my bronzer and my blush and my highlight, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of speed through that process right now. Well, before I speed through it, I'm going to be using the Colourpop face palette. This one is, it's called Such a Rush. This is what it looks like. This is um, this is the bronzer shade here. Here is the highlight, and these are blushes down at the bottom. So I'll probably use this blush over here because that's more burgundy, like the putty blush that I use. All right. And so for my eyes, I'm just going to do something simple, and I'm using, while I'm talking, I'm going to go ahead and base my eyes using the rest of that, using the same concealer that I used to clean up my brows. It's just the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. Um, the palette that I'm using today is a palette that I got on, what was it? I think I bought it from AliExpress, or something like that. And it is the by Beauty Glazed. I had never tried any of their things, but I heard of them through Tammy Clark. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, I think you can get these on Amazon as well, but they had these little palettes, I think, that were supposed to be dupes of the little Huda Beauty palettes. Um, and so I just decided to to try one just to see how I liked it. They had all different themes, and so this one is called Peach, and this is what it looks like. I hope these colors are coming across nice. Some peachy shades. It's got about, what is that, 4 shimmers. We're gonna go ahead and just do something simple on the eyes because the main focus was the foundation. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to go off camera and apply my lashes. I'm using the Ardell Remy lashes in 778. I was put onto these lashes by Andrea Renee. I watch her videos quite often, and these are the lashes that she uses. They're nice and wispy, inexpensive, and they're just nice for like not necessarily. I don't wouldn't think for necessarily for every day, but I think that like if I were going to church or going out with my husband, I definitely would feel comfortable wearing these lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and go off camera and apply these lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so I got my lashes applied. Uh-oh, turn my, my mirror off. I got my lashes applied. Now I'm just going to put some mascara on my bottom lash line. I've already applied it to my upper lashes. So I'm going to just, and the mascara that I'm using is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. So now we're going to finish off the look with some with something on my lips, and I'm just going to keep it simple today. I know I've been keeping it simple a lot, but I'm really going to keep it simple today. I'm going to use my Stacey collection lip liner, Line Me Up lip liner in number 31. I can't remember what the color is, but I'll put it in the description box. And the lip gloss that I'm using, once again, is Peach Vibes. I really like this lip gloss. So I'm going to be using Peach Vibes. Nice opaque, peachy lip gloss to go right in line with the eyeshadow palette that I used. Going to use my e.l.f. makeup mist and set. Got to get a little bit more of this to set my face because I will be going out today. and I will be right back for the final look. Alright guys, so I have the finished look here, and I decided not to throw on a wig or anything. I'm just going to leave my hair like it is. Let my scalp breathe a little bit. But I think I like this this foundation. Like I said, I feel like it did oxidize just a little bit. But even even with that, I feel like the color has changed even more. Even now, uh, it seems like it lightened up a little bit. I don't know. I'm trying to, I can't really tell what you guys are seeing as opposed to what I'm seeing. But I do like it. It is very light. And like I said, I'm anxious to find out how it will work if I don't color correct. Because the places that I didn't color correct, it just seems like it covered up my my moles and other other light scarring that I or hyperpigmentation that I have, that I didn't color correct. So anyway, I'm gonna see how this wears. And I'll come back a little bit later and let you know how it wears. I'm just gonna come back one time. I'm not gonna come back repeated times, as I wear it throughout the day. But I will see you guys a little bit later on in the video. Bye guys. So guys, I'm back. The time is now 5:28. So I've been wearing this for about 5.5 hours. And I really I really don't mind what it looks like. I'm not extra shiny. And even though I did set my face with powder, I didn't use a whole lot. So I'm really kind of surprised. My skin looks fairly, I'm not natural, but it looks pretty good. And I am not mad at it. So I think, now I do, as I'm looking in my mirror, I can see a little bit of darkness right here. And so I think color correcting was a good idea, because if I hadn't color corrected, there would be even more. But other than that, the finish is really nice and skin-like, which is something that I usually don't like, because my skin is so textured. But I like the way this turned out. So I will give this one a thumbs up. And like I said, I'm going to try it all week and see how it works with the mask. I'm thinking that it probably may not do that well with the mask, but we're going to see. And I'll let you know in my next video. So again, guys, thank you for hanging in and watching my video. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or if there was information in the video that you could use. Share my video. Subscribe so that you can see all of my uploads, and I will see you guys again in my next video. See you.
Comment, subscribe, like, love it.
Bye guys.